So you think you want a border collie, huh? Well, my subscribers have been chomping at the bit for me to do a review on my track system. But wouldn't you know it, as soon as I bought the tracks, we get a warm spell, most of the snow disappears. We haven't had any snow since, and it's been about a month. But a lot of people are asking me, they want me to tell them about my tracks, so all I can do is share my experiences, even though it's been limited experience with it so far. So I just haven't needed the machine. But I'll tell you what I do know. Well, as you can see for yourself, it certainly made the machine look badass. You can't deny that. It's giving it more clearance, probably 10 inches to a foot more clearance, which is certainly a plus. Now, before I bought the tracks, I talked to quite a few people that had them. And the one thing that everybody said was it's going to rob you of about half your power, which is true. This machine is a 900, and I'm glad it is. I would think that if you were trying to run the tracks with a 500cc, you're going to put a lot of strain on the machine. It'll probably spin them all right, but you're really going to be straining the machine. The first time I drove this, I was like, wow, yeah, a loss of power. But I didn't buy the tracks for trail riding. That's our lifeline in and out of here in the wintertime. But for deep snow, it can't be beat. Like I showed you in that other video, I jump out of the machine, I sink to my knees. It was around 18 inches of snow, but the machine only sunk down 8 inches. That's incredible. Yeah. So all we have out here right now is ice. Folks have suggested studding the tracks, which I may do in the future. I have my quad with chains that I can run on the ice. If I find I need to put the studs in here, then I will at that time. So far, I'm really impressed with the tracks. There's one thing that I was told to look out for, and I want to pass that on. Whenever I run this, and I'm going to park it, so I don't have a garage right now, the machine's staying outside, I cover it with a tarp. Certainly less than ideal, but it's all I have. But when I'm going to park it, I clean all the snow out from all the wheels here, get all of that out of there. Because I don't want to have all kinds of ice and snow freezing in there. It's probably going to cause some problems. So there's a bit more maintenance every time that I drive this. But all in all, I'm glad I bought them because there's nothing stopping us to get on and off the mountain now. I think for our application here, it was a good investment. But again, for trail riding, I don't know. I don't think it's the best thing just for trail riding because it's slow. And when I go trail riding, I just want to zip around. I think everybody else does. Yeah. But again, for our application, they're awesome. We've been coming down this incline trying to creep, and then we went sliding into the ditch on that side. Miraculously, we got it out. Trying to inch our way, keep two wheels on the side, and I just started picking up speed, and off I went. And it doesn't look like a ditch here, but it is. So I've been using these traction bars. I got these when I lived in my first cabin. I was off the road and a friend of mine got me out using these. So this has been getting us out. Unfortunately, on this side, looks like about 16, 18 inches of snow, and then it's just an icy ridge. I just want to get this down the damn hill. Ah! I don't think I'm going to make it to the doctor's appointment. Heck of a thing to be doing. I was not able to eat or drink anything. I'm not supposed to drink or eat anything, so I'm running on total empty. It's an attitude tester. Things are amazing, aren't they? The road is like this on the edge, and my tire was way down, but that pulled me right up. Well, if we can make it down the hill without totally crashing, I can go and get my enema. Easy does it. I've got about 100 yards of decline. We can make it down this. We've got it. We've gone through the steepest part so far. This is crazy. All of this so I can go and have an enema and an MRI. Hope it's worth it. Well, that little journey was interesting. We didn't do too much filming because we're really under the gun. Somehow, some way, still made it to the doctor's on time. When we started going down that hill, I kept two tires right on the edge, trying to get as much traction as possible, but because of the crown in the road and the decline, started picking up speed, slid right off into the ditch where there was about that much drop off. I had my old pair of these in the Jeep. Now these aren't the ones. I didn't know if it would climb up out of that ditch. It did. First attempt, back up on the road. We put these back in the Jeep, went down some more, slid off again, just kept repeating the process. One time we slid right down into that ditch, banged into a big boulder that was hidden under the snow. But just tried to keep a good attitude, you know. We weren't sliding into traffic. If we didn't have these, we would have been calling a tow truck. Now, I want to tell you about these things. When I first bought these, well, a friend of mine gave me a pair around 1985. And they were made at, well, they were sold by the Brookstone company. They were called Brookstone Trucker Unstuckers. They were solid steel. They work out fantastic. I can't tell you how many times these things have gotten me unstuck. I'd be driving down the road, see somebody off in the ditch. I pull out these things, set them under their tire, get them back on the pavement in a hurry. One-man operation. Without them, we'd be calling a tow truck. Now, after getting those, I saw these. I think they might have been in the Sportsman's Guide, but I'm not real sure. I found these online. I bought them probably a decade ago. Can tell they're not the same. They're made out of cheap material. They're cheap knockoffs. These cleats keep breaking off. This one's ready to break off. They're garbage, but they're still better than nothing. I've been looking all over online for these so I could pass them on to you. I can't find them. I looked at the Brookstone company. I haven't found these yet. I found a lot of knockoffs. Quite a few of them are made out of a plastic material or a rubber material. I have no idea how they're going to hold up. again, they'd be better than nothing, because without them, you're on ice, you're calling a tow truck or getting someone to push you. I did find one set that were made out of steel, and they're hinged and they fold up and they're fairly cheap. I'm going to buy those and I'm going to give them a try, because I like to have these in every vehicle. Yesterday, if we didn't have them, we were going nowhere. We were right off the road, and we slid off that road 4 times into the ditch. Got ourselves out. Fantastic. I'll put a link down below to the ones that I have found, and you can do some searching for yourself. And if you can find these babies, at least the good ones, buy them. They are worth it. Well, folks, I don't think there's going to be any more mouse bucket videos for a while, and the reason is I've run out of mice. I just checked the bucket. I got 1 mouse, and on the trail cam, very, very little activity. So I think it's been mission accomplished. The last time I checked the bucket, it was about a 1.5 to 2 week stretch. And I had a lot of mouse activity on the cameras. I dumped the bucket out. I couldn't believe my eyes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. That's the most I've seen in one bucket so far. Pretty crazy, huh? 17 mice in one shot. Now, I don't know where the count is up to. Somewhere around 75, I guess. Probably more than that. I don't really know, because I wasn't really keeping track. But got the mouse bucket figured out. The wider rim they're slipping off of. The flipper flapper's working really good. I'm going to keep the trap under there, keep the camera on it. When I have something to share with you, I will. But I think we finally designed the perfect mouse trap. Yeah. Well, hey everyone. If you're watching this video and it's Sunday morning, it means I was able to pull it off and get down the mountain and get it uploaded. Because this is Saturday night. I'm not even finished editing. I've got a long way to go, and I'm not going to get it done within the next hour or two. So, I'm going to try and get it finished tonight, and then get down the mountain somewhere around dawn tomorrow morning. The library's not open, so I got to find a place to upload this, and I'm going to do my best to get it out to you on time. But chances are it might be a little bit later on Sunday. We'll see. Okay, hi. I know you want to get in the video. Oh, I know you love me. I know you do. She's a little huggy buggy. Aw. She's a lot more affectionate than Frankie ever was. All right, good girl. All right, yeah, you're good. Yes, good girl. Okay, well, where was I? It's getting too big to be a lap dog. Stay there. All right. If you're familiar with my channel, you've heard me say on numerous occasions that the onset of a new year brings re-evaluation and change. As the year's coming to a close, I grab my journals. I read over the last year, sometimes even the year before. I read about the problems that came up, what my actions were due to the problems, what the outcome was due to my actions, and then I make changes if need be. More often than not, I'd have to say always, re-evaluation brings change. Always trying to improve my life. So, 2018 was a good year, but things didn't really go as planned. And unfortunately, I'm starting off 2019 with a lot of trips to the doctors. The hospital I'm going to takes us about an hour and a half from the time we leave the mountain to get there. A lot of running back and forth, testing, a lot of just too much. So I don't foresee the time to make new content and get it all edited. I just don't see a lot of fun time for the month of January. Plus, I have ordered some new cameras. I'm trying to learn a new editing software. I've got a lot going on. So with all of that said, I've decided I'm going to take a little break. I need to do some soul searching, get all my medical testing and stuff taken care of, and not have the stress of trying to get a video out on time. Like I said, even this video here, I'm not even done editing and it's supposed to go out tomorrow morning. Okay? Kind of adding stress to my life that I don't need right now. So, little time for soul searching, get my stuff underway, learn the new cameras, learn the editing software, and come back, hopefully, better than ever. All right? So, unfortunately, I had to skip the Q&A session for this video, but there really wasn't any questions that come in, just a few, which I'm adding to the list. So I'm going to wrap it up for now, get this video out to you as soon as possible. So all the best to you. I'm wishing you all a happy and healthy and prosperous new year. And God bless you all.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a porky way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.